Yeah, that'll do.
Is it actually recording on the proper microphone now?
Yes, it is. Stop. You're going to berate me for this for every single episode.
Why did the twats go down to the newspaper shop?
I don't know.
To get the newspaper for twats. Do you get it?
I don't know. No, I don't know.
Oh, I was going to say, Lewis gets the newspaper for twats. But he doesn't.
Oh. Sorry, Steve. Sorry to...
Completely ruined it.
Yes, welcome to Ignorance at Once. Da 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 da.
Oh well, forget you ever heard the name.
That's our intro.
You're then supposed to say what name. I say forget you ever heard the name. You're supposed to say what name.
No, I'm terrible at the punchlines of jokes. Like my flatmate told a really good joke recently. What did one say the other?
I'm going to edit that out. That's atrocious.
It's not. It's making it in. Let's say fucking bum cutty shitty shit fuck. I'm gonna bleep this bit out, but you have to include that.
No, I don't.
So, conspiracy. Should we just do Culture Corner now?
No, what's the first one we're supposed to do?
I can't remember now. This has been a while, hasn't it?
It's supposed to do the things that you don't know. So have you got a conspiracy that you think I don't know about? Because I know a lot about conspiracies.
I'm gonna say, like, there's fake ones and real ones. All the ones I think that I know about, you will definitely know about.
Like which ones?
MK Ultra.
Yes.
Yeah.
Give people CIA. The CIA gave people LSD.
Yeah.
And then, like, verbally abused them and subjected them to stressful conditions to see if it worked as mind control, which it doesn't. It shows a fundamental misunderstanding of what LSD is and how it works.
Yeah, but they didn't know that at the time.
But that's fine. It was the 70s, MK Ultra.
Give them some credit.
Got two political conspiracy theories. Which one do you want to know about?
Both of them!
Business plot or Operation Snow White?
I've heard of Operation Snow White.
Do you know what it is?
Operation Snow White is the one with Nancy Reagan, isn't it?
Yeah. Operation Snow White is an infiltration of the US government by the Church of Scientology.
I love this one. It's
the largest infiltration of the US government in history.
Yeah, so loads of people who believe in Scientology and that whole bullshit system, blah blah blah, have...
Hey, let's not insult our Scientologist viewers if they believe that we are all the reincarnated meat bodies of aliens sent to Earth by their leader Xenu. That's fine. If they want to believe that, that's fine. It's no madder than believing in a talking snake and a guy who sent his son to Earth.
I don't think Tom Cruise is listening to this.
Hope he is.
Oh, that'd be hilarious.
I'm a big fan.
If you're listening, Tom, if you're listening,
send us an email.
Yeah, give me the name of your dentist.
Give me the name of the guy who keeps you fit at 55.
He's 55?
Tom Cruise is 50-something.
Is he?
How old is he then? Let's go to our researcher in the corner, Vicky. The term of the segment: woman looks up thing on laptop. Tom Cruise is 50-something. Devout Catholic Tom Cruise.
He's not.
Are you looking it up or are you just texting your mate?
Hang on.
Tom Cruise, how old?
Okay. Oh, he's 53.
53. Fuck you. I knew he was old.
I thought he was about 48.
Nah, the crazy keeps him young.
The force of the crazy.
He hung off a plane in Mission Impossible 5.
Yeah, he did that.
For real. Well, he was strapped on. He didn't do it as it was implied in the film that he was hanging on with just his hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he also strapped himself to like the Burj Al Arab, didn't he?
Yeah, he climbed up the Burj Khalifa.
Yeah.
Tallest building in the world. There's a photo of him at the top. He's mental.
Yeah.
But yeah, largest infiltration of the US government in history. They infiltrated like 136 government agencies. It was up to 5,000 covert agents.
Yeah. Wasn't this all some sort of like weird blackmailing type thing as well?
It's because they wanted to destroy all records of the Church of Scientology in the US government.
Oh yeah, of course, that's why.
The much better one, and much more interesting given US's current political situation.
Oh, go on.
The business plot. Do you know anything about this?
No.
A conspiracy. In 1933 in the United States, retired Marine Corps Major General Smedley Butler claimed that wealthy businessmen, including George W. Bush's grandfather, were plotting to create a fascist veterans organisation and use it as a military coup to overthrow the President of the United States, Franklin Delano Roosevelt. But Butler was the leader of that organisation. In 1934, Butler testified before the United States House of Representatives Special Committee on Un-American Activities on those claims, but no one was ever prosecuted. They tried to take over the United States government and install a fascist dictator, and no one was ever charged.
We're under the rule of the Conservative government at the moment, and it feels like a dictatorship.
They aren't fascists. And the current situation with the Conservatives is really interesting, because when they came to power, they have a working majority of like 23 or something. And everybody said, oh, this will be fine, because they won't be able to do anything. They won't be able to do anything. But they seem to be acting like a government that has a majority of 800.
Yes.
They're just pushing through everything, because there's no opposition. There's no opposition. There's no... I mean, they just cut disabled benefits by £30.
Yeah,
£30 a month, £30 a week.
£30 a week, yeah.
Bloody disabled people cutting about in their Bentleys, causing the financial crash. All these poor bankers scraping by, trying their best. Seriously, the government's finances that fucked that we can't afford to give to people with disabilities a few quid every month so they don't die.
Yeah.
You're from an international bank. Yeah, just back the truck up to the Federal Reserve and we'll just hand you as much money as you can take. Boy, this is a funny comedy podcast, isn't it?
Should we crack over some jokes and then back to seriousness, or?
Yeah, well, what have you bought for your show and tell item? I want to know what's...
Shall we go into show and tell?
Yeah, I want to see what it is. Is it edible?
Or is it it's maybe if you're like 5 or 10. Okay.
5 or 10?
I don't know.
So is it children's food, or is it something you would eat as a child, like a crayon?
No. Drum roll, please. Remember when in the US, well, it goes on to our topic, which is conspiracy and people believing in UFOs and stuff like that.
Yes.
You remember back in the 70s, 80s and 90s when they were developing aircraft with stealth capabilities like the F-117 and the U-2 bomber. People believe in UFOs because they'd be in sightings and whatnot.
Yes.
So I thought, with the episode being on a conspiracy theme, I got you an Airfix kit of an F1.
Oh, wow!
There you go.
Ah! That's awesome! Got glue and a brush and paint. Oh, that's awesome!
I also got you a second one because this one doesn't need painting.
This must have set you back an incredible amount.
No, not
Or did you steal it?
I didn't steal it. I also got you this as well.
Oh, wow!
It's an RQ-1 Predator.
Predator drone.
Thanks, Obama.
Yeah. Oh, cool. Done in American or Italian military colours.
I'm not quite sure about the Italian military.
Oh man, I'm going to make those up for next time.
Yeah,
that gives me something to do as well, because my new job I got like weeks and weeks off every month.
On the basis that our show was on a conspiracy theme, I went into the toy shop. Well, I say toy shop, it was the model shop on Lothian Road.
Oh, I feel bad that I haven't bought you anything now.
No, that's fine.
Because you've got dental appointments, we can't even order pizza or anything. I mean, we could, but you just have to watch me eat it, which is not a present, it's more of a punishment.
I wouldn't need to go to the dentist anymore because my teeth would go along with the pizza. Swallowing my own teeth.
Are your teeth sorted yet?
No, I've got 3 more fillings and a root canal to do.
Oh, do you know how many fillings and dental procedures I have?
None. Yes.
Because I obeyed the basic laws of dental hygiene.
Yeah, I
You didn't, did you?
I didn't, no. I like sugar.
So do I, but I brush my teeth.
Yeah, but I brush my teeth with sugar.
That's stupid.
Well, there's your problem.
I didn't bring anything for you. I feel bad now that I didn't
that's
buy
fine.
a present.
I was quite an experience going into that shop because it's the first time I've been into that shop.
Is that the one on Leithwog?
No, it's. I want to go into. It's Harbour and Hobbies. I want to go into there sometime, but I went to one on Lothian Road. And I went in and I went up to the guy and he goes like, so do you have any like Airfix kits with like UFOs? And I'm like, no, we only do real things. Like,
UFOs are real, you prick.
I felt like, look, this is for a reason. Just believe UFOs exist for the moment.
You did get like Airfix kits with little UFOs and stuff.
Pretty sure you could. There was like, it was really fascinating because it's got like loads and loads of like model kits of like Russian bombers, like the Blackjack and the Tupolev sort of 24, like every like model of plane you could possibly want, apart from the one I really wanted.
Which was?
The Boeing Dreamliner. 787, I think.
Plastic Fantastic.
Is that what it's called? Yes, it is called.
That's what the pilots call it. It's made of polymer or something.
Yeah.
Very smooth flights, apparently, on the Dreamliner.
I've not been on one yet.
Well, neither have I, but they're lovely. Do they fly out of Edinburgh Dreamliners?
If they do, I'll probably take a flight someday.
Don't see them.
Enjoy! You'll like that.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah.
Oh, well, my culture corner is that I've been reading a book about Saddam Hussein and all of the... Well, it's not really a conspiracy theory.
He doesn't... He actually exists,
The Iraqi government did a hell of a lot of conspiring.
Oh, God, yeah. Like, I want to get into sort of reading that sort of... The whole idea of the Middle East and why it's so f***ed up. Because I know...
That's... I was going to say that's an entire book. That's thousands of books before you can comprehend that clusterfuck. Yeah.
Because you've got to deal with... Like, I'm not quite sure what Saudi Arabia is. All I know is they've got terrible human rights, especially for women.
Yeah.
Given
Saudi Arabia is kind of weird.
It was International Women's Day yesterday.
Yes, it was.
There was a big piece on, I think it was The Guardian or something like that, like showing different countries and where you could be arrested for just being out on the street and walking about if you're a woman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, in Saudi Arabia, women, can they drive now or can they still not drive?
They still can't drive. Well, you can drive.
They voted the other day, though.
Oh, okay.
So they got to vote, and now there's women in Saudi Parliament, so I assume they will be treated with respect.
Very unlikely. Very unlikely.
It's kind of sad.
Whereas you come to the UK, or more specifically Scotland, and you look at our government, we have...
all women!
It's all women, basically. You have
the leaders are Kezia Dugdale and Ruth Davidson.
Ruth Davidson.
Ruth Davidson is also,
you also have
a lesbian.
The leader of Lib Dem Party, who is...
Willie Rennie?
Yeah, he's a woman.
No.
He looks like one.
No, he doesn't. He's bald.
Still looks like one.
That's alright. I like Willie Rennie. He's completely mad.
He's benign. He's like cancer. Like
he got his party to approve of fracking.
What? Really?
Yeah, none of the other parties approve of fracking because they realise it's electoral suicide, and he said, "Oh well, we need to do fracking." I want to become head of Highland Council so that all of the signs can say "Welcome to the Highlands. Would you like to come here one day and frack it and ruin it?"
That's unbelievable. So, like, they deliberately took that stance because nobody else took that stance?
Presumably.
What kind of f***ing party were... Like, the Lib Dems were really quite high in Scotland.
Yeah,
like,
they used to be the
third
biggest party, well, second biggest party. Used to be.
And now they're down there with...
UKIP.
UKIP's got probably more voters here than...
UKIP has no representation in the Scottish Parliament. They have one MEP, David Coburn.
Yeah.
Who is mad as a shithouse rat.
And looks like...
And about as bright as one as well.
And looks like a boiled bollock.
Yes, he does. I've met him. He's disgusting.
Go on, it sounds like he's got a story.
Kind of greasy. No, I just met him at a press event.
Oh, right.
Which was really boring.
Not like
apart from David Coburn being fucking mental.
He is a bit of a... What do you call him? I don't know.
Rent a quote.
Rent a quote?
That's a newspaper term.
Is it?
It's somebody that you know that will comment on any issue. So if you're struggling for a comment, you just phone them up. And they'll give you the what for.
That is brilliant.
Let's go, so-and-so, he's one of my rent-a-quotes.
Is he genuinely your rent-a-quote?
No, David Coburn isn't, but...
have you got one?
I used to have several when I was at Courier.
Yeah?
The best one was Reverend David Robertson, head of the Free Church of Scotland, who was a minister in Dundee, and you could phone him about anything, and he would give you a quote. He was great. I love him. Mental, but good.
Segueing back into the topic of beliefs and whatnot, we're going on to our conspiracy. So, do you believe in Freemasons? Well, do you know in the idea?
I've met them.
Like, do you believe that they are a powerful Illuminati type going?
No.
No? You don't believe there's some sort of backdoor power?
No, there isn't.
Backdoor power sounds like something
there
weird.
isn't. To quote whoever it was, I could never be a conspiracy theorist. They believe in government competence.
Yes.
The US government could not even keep secret the fact that Bill Clinton had a run-in with Monica Lewinsky. Mm-hmm. You think they can swear 4,000 people to perpetual silence over a faked moon landing or a foiled 9/11? I don't think so.
Yeah.
The US government is utterly incompetent. If you've ever had to deal with the government in any capacity, you'll know that they are completely incompetent.
Yeah, it's
the FBI is so incompetent they have to ask Apple to unlock an iPhone.
Yes,
when they could just take it down a dodgy shop. But apparently they can't. They have to ask Apple to do it.
Yeah,
like that's how incompetent the government is. There's not one of these. It's not like Jason Bourne. It's just stupid.
Yeah.
Just how incompetent the government is. It's not some giant evil organisation. It's just massively incompetent. They don't have conspiracy theories. Yeah, the security services kill people, but they often kill the wrong people.
Yes.
And when you read about the assassinations, it's not some Bourne-style super soldier. It's just an idiot.
Yeah. Somebody who's got hold of a gun and went, well, I'm going to shoot this guy, and assume it's the guy I'm supposed to be aiming at.
And it's like, what's his name? Petraeus. Couldn't even keep secret that he had an affair, and he was the head of the CIA. If there was such a thing as conspiracy theories, he would just have had everyone involved killed.
Speaking of the idea of conspiracy theories, and this kind of all leads into one big kind of related matter. 9/11, people believing that was the inside job. There you go. That makes you... It
just makes me tired because it wasn't.
It wasn't. No. Nobody could really feasibly justify it in any way that it was some sort of government thing.
People say, oh, well, it wasn't actually planes, it was cruise missiles. I mean, no, it wasn't. That's one of the most heavily populated places on Earth. If it was a cruise missile, there would be thousands of photos of it. There aren't. There are thousands of photos of an airliner.
Yeah.
If it was a government conspiracy, they firstly wouldn't have used cruise missiles that people could have seen, that would have been visible.
Yeah.
They would have used a bombing, like in 1996 when the World Trade Center was bombed.
Yeah.
They wouldn't have used planes. And all these other conspiracies, oh well, they did it. Who benefited from 9/11? The US government sure didn't.
No.
They caused a continuing chaos and uncertainty and unpleasantness throughout the country.
It still happens to this day. We have to be checked from our head to toe to our fingernails and for bombs before we even fly in a metallic tube flying through 500 miles an hour to get to another destination. Whenever you go through customs, they assume you're guilty until you're proven innocent. And it's just... you have to be checked. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, nothing wrong. If you're innocent, there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah,
and if you're guilty, I'm quite glad that they catch you.
Yeah, exactly.
No, but just the conspiracy theories are the new God.
Yes,
because people still believe in God, but kind of as a festive ritual. They don't actually believe in God. But it used to be that you had to believe in Thor because lightning was scary and random.
Yeah.
But if you could, it was comforting to believe that if you just dance on your head and spin round and punch yourself in the dick, Thor will not destroy your house with random terrifying force of nature. That was quite refreshing to believe, even if it wasn't true.
Yeah.
Now we have the same thing. What's more terrifying, really? That a massive cabal of incredibly powerful people are controlling everything and engineered for 9/11 to happen and are engineering our world to this day, or that 19 idiots were able to completely subvert the massive intelligence apparatus of the most powerful nation on Earth, steal 4 jet airliners and crash them into things. Which is actually more terrifying?
Yeah.
That we are in a car driven by an evil person, or that no one's driving?
Yeah.
Which is actually more frightening. Even if there's an evil person in charge, it's actually less frightening than the idea that 19 idiots and Khalid Sheikh Mohammed, who is not exactly a genius, managed to engineer one of the most deadly strike, the most deadly strike on American soil.
Yeah.
And the terrifying way in which it was done, with the airliners crashing into buildings, the West, symbols of the West destroying each other, and it's the same as everything. They always say this, ISIS are planning an attack. Did you see they foiled an ISIS attack in Britain the other day?
Did they?
Well, the police claimed they did.
Yeah.
Terrorism is much more rubber dinghy rapids than it is portrayed in other movies. It's just, these people are idiots.
Yeah.
They're easily led, poorly educated, idiots.
Yeah.
Who sadly are sometimes successful because our soldiers and security people are also idiots.
Yeah.
And it's comforting to believe that the Iraq debacle, Operation Enduring Cluster was actually created by the CIA and they dreamt it up. And they just forgot to plant the chemical weapons, which would be the easiest bit of the entire thing to fake. Was the bit they forgot to do. Like, a memo fell off someone's desk one day and they forgot to plant the weapons that we went in there to get. Or is it actually more terrifying that the entire apparatus of Western intelligence was basically fooled by the bragging of a third world gangster? That's much more frightening, because that's really, really scary. That has scary implications. No, that's what happens.
Yeah.
There are conspiracies, there are genuine plots that are never meant to be found out, the Gulf of Tonkin incident and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But it all gets found out. And maybe we will find out that these things were engineered, but it seems incredibly unlikely, because the people who supposedly engineered them didn't benefit in any way. In fact, rather the opposite. If the US government engineered the Iraq debacle, it doesn't make any sense, because all they did was lost 4,000 people and trillions of dollars spent on this pointless war.
Yeah.
It ignited the entire Middle East against the United States, making everything much worse. If that was the plan, that's a stupid plan. I'm not sure who benefits from that.
George Bush.
But he didn't. The Republicans didn't get elected. Obama did. So it's not even the Republican Party that benefited from it.
No.
And then people go, oh, well, you see, it's to keep us afraid. They want to engineer this chaotic world to keep us afraid. People are afraid of Ebola. And by the way, none of you have Ebola. It's not hard to make people afraid. You don't need to engineer a war just to get idiots to be afraid of things. You can do that really easily.
Speaking of being frightened as well, mascot of the podcast, Kim Jong-un. Or Kim Jong-un.
He's not our mascot. I denounce him as a mascot.
Do you?
Yeah, he's horrible.
But he is. But he's quite delightful at the same time.
He's not our mascot. Our podcast god should be something even more funny. Kermit. But I can't do a good Kermit, so neither can you.
No.
What's Kim Jong-un done?
Well, the threat of a nuclear missile attack on the US and southern Korea.
Well, he's not actually going to do it.
No.
Because even he is not mad enough to do that.
Yeah, but is he...
The second that missile is in the air, it'll be shot down by a US Patriot missile in South Korea, and then we will nuke North Korea to the point where not even lizards can live there for the next 10,000 years.
Yeah, that's quite sad though, because there's people,
and he knows
people
that.
living there.
And he knows that, and more importantly, the people around him know that. He'll get taken out with a coup in a few years, probably. That's my prediction.
Oops.
Boy, this has been a funny comedy podcast, hasn't it?
We've got loads of other things to talk about.
Oh, do we?
Well, no,
I like to play conspiracy theories off each other. So when people say, oh, well, jet fuel can't melt steel beams, and I'm like, yeah, but what about chemtrail gas? Nobody knows how hot that burns. You just play conspiracy theories off one another.
Chemtrail gas doesn't exist. Go does it? Does it?
Doesn't it? Doesn't it really? The government is incompetent. If there were chemtrails, there would be massive vats of chemtrail gas at airports that they had to fill the planes up with. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, your flight's been delayed because we're loading it up with chemtrail.
But what people believe with chemtrail is simply water. That's all it is.
Yes, it's just water formed in the thing. But what about some of the planes that you see that don't have any water coming off them? Could it be that that's atmospheric changes, meaning that the water vapour instantly dissolves and isn't visible? No. That's mad.
It's invisible chemtrails, Stephen. Invisible chemtrails.
So why do they have visible ones if they have the invisible one?
Tinfoil hat, Stephen. Tinfoil hat.
Oh, I lost my tinfoil hat. I have to wear always.
But 9/11 was the 2 days that the planes were grounded.
It was a degree hotter in the day and a degree colder at night.
Hotter. Yeah.
Well, that's used as a global warming thing, which is also a conspiracy. Global warming doesn't exist. All of the evidence that you can see with your own eyes that global warming does exist, that's made up by scientists. They're all out there in the sea making the waves bigger.
That's like how can you deny something like global warming?
Well, these are the people that you're dealing with. I mean, largely you're dealing with the religious right.
Yeah.
These are people who don't use fact or reason as an objective basis for what they figure out. So these are people who don't believe in climate change because they don't believe in it. And you could speak to them, but they believe in Jesus. So they clearly don't use reason and logic as a basis for what they think.
They've got every right to believe what they want to believe in terms of religion.
Well, no, but you can't believe what you want to... People go, oh, well, I have my own beliefs. Yeah, but this is a fact. Yeah. Climate change is a fact. You can't have beliefs about a fact.
Yeah.
I could believe you're a nice person, but it's not true.
That was directed to me, wasn't it, Stephen?
It was directed at everyone listening. I hold nothing but contempt for you all.
Yeah. Area 51.
Well, Area 51 isn't a conspiracy, it's there. Look it up on Google Maps.
It is. People believe that there's been UFO landings and that's where they test. It's all bullshit. Phoenix lights. That's probably my favourite UFO story. You've heard of it?
What's that?
Phoenix lights are the lights above Phoenix, but close to Area 51.
So you're telling me that an experimental aircraft test facility and at the town nearby they have seen unexplained lights? That must be from another world. Have you ever seen an aircraft with afterburners on fly around at night?
But I want
It moves in an incredibly unusual way. Because you have no depth perception at night, all you can see is the afterburners or the light.
Yeah.
So it will sometimes appear to freeze when it's actually flying towards you or away from you.
Yeah.
And then it will appear to move very quickly, and so that's all it is.
Alright.
It might be UFOs, but it's not.
It's not. Well, it is a UFO because we don't know what it is.
Well, yeah, in the most strictest definition, it is an unidentified flying object. But then so is every plane that you go, is that a 737 or a 787? I can't remember. That's also unidentified.
Exactly. The Earth being flat. Like...
there's this thing where, like, fair enough, the moon landing was faked. Actually, you can't. I was going to say you can't prove that. There's this thing at the moment with people believing things that you can prove yourself.
Yeah.
You can prove that the Earth isn't flat.
What?
In the Highlands, you can go to a place called Lochimver, which is a lovely little town. This is not the only place you can prove that the Earth isn't flat. You can prove it. Yeah. You can prove it in thousands of places all around. You can prove it standing on the beach. But you can stand at Lochimver on the beach with your feet in the sea. You are standing at sea level, so your viewpoint is sea level plus 6 feet.
Yeah.
You're 6 foot tall, and you can see out, and you can just see flat.
Yeah.
You can just see the sea. If you then climb the mountain behind Lochimver, you can see the Isle of Lewis. Not your island, your small private island that we go to every year.
Yeah, it's like you're taxed.
The Isle of Lewis. The Isle of Lewis. Yeah. Because you're higher up.
Yeah.
So you can see further because the Earth is curved. So when you're higher up, you can see further. It's not difficult to comprehend that the Earth is not flat.
Yeah, but people are idiots, Stephen.
Also, if the Earth was flat, gravity would be fucked.
It would be, yeah.
Because the centre of mass would be in the middle, but gravity is essentially the same all around the Earth. It actually changes a tiny bit because the Earth isn't perfectly round.
Yeah.
But, yeah, at the edge of the Earth, there would be no gravity. Or gravity would be a mess.
Yeah.
So that's more... Like, it's one of these things you can prove with your own eyes. You don't have to read a scientific paper or take someone's word for it. You can just go... The Earth's not flat. It's quite clear the Earth isn't flat. Right, have we run out of things to talk about?
I think so.
Right,
yes.
Go away.